Okay, there we go. Now we're here. And there we go. Yeah, we're loaded up. We loaded up. Oh yeah, the 1 minute confirmed. I was hoping we would come down a little bit lower. I'm still going to be waiting because on the 12-minute we could be coming down here, but we are printing bullish divergences in this bigger macro golden pocket, and we're coming down to the macro pocket of the move down here. We almost hit the target of this double top one, top two neckline. We came up and retested it, and we're coming down right now. I mean, the last couple days. But now we're printing bullish divergences on damn near all the time frames. The hourly, almost the daily. Oh, if we come down here, we'll be printing it on the daily. That would be insane. A bullish div on the daily if we come down here or come down to this golden pocket. That would be amazing, but we are getting anchor trigger on all these time frames. I'm pretty sure 4-hour bullish div, yeah, already confirmed. But it's kind of wanting to peel over. It didn't break the low though. I mean, really. Ooh. There's no bullish divs on the 24-minute. See, is anybody in? 0 concurrent viewers. I don't know how I'm gonna get more viewers into the stream, but let's see. Copyright free background music. Let's see.
Cake in the break room! Cake in the break room! There's cake in the break room. Going away.
It's been a long day. I'm finna park it off. I'm finna park it off. Copyright free music. Coming down to the gold pocket, pow, and now he's going down, laying on the ground, taking every pound that he got, because nobody else is around. It's like catch you down, proud. Hustler's proud. Fucking QQQ play working out precisely. We got an anchor and a trigger coming to the top of this shit. The bigger picture. Bible verses like the scripture. I was buying all the stocks down here and all the stocks around here. Really for like 2 years. I've been buying the dip every day. And with crypto too. got a cart, it's push start. Yeah, 2020 version of the fucking dart. When you get high, go and grab the cart. I don't even know where to start. I feel like the path I went down is dark, but I'm about to go ahead and spark a new blunt, cause I feel like that is the part that I really like. Taking drugs, damn, I really love the psychs. Taking trips, I love the sights. And on the spot, we came right down to the golden pocket. Now it's right to profit. Now I'm about to make another profit. Yeah, that's just how I'm talking. Thinking my thoughts out loud. I'll be walking on this beat, and it sounds sweet. I've been spitting heat, talking about the charts. I don't think the people can compete. I'm a beast. I be doing the sheet, doing the freaks, and fucking up all the sheets, and fucking up all the beats. And eating beats like the right shrew. I'm shitting on the competition, yeah, I too. And I know that there's people for me that root, but there's also people that hate and demotivate and demoralize. And I feel like you can relate, educate people. I feel like this is fate. I'm sitting here wide awake and thinking what's next. I'll be stacking up the cash and getting on all the checks. Don't want to miss what's next. Here we go. We were gonna calm down right here. You know what? I don't want to listen to copyright-free music. I want to educate myself while I'm waiting.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile can be good at just $15 a month. So,
Underwater trying to steal the recipe like plankton. Buy Bitcoin now. Let's see what Altcoin Daily and
In the bear
Carl from the
market,
Moon
there
have
is
to
a
say.
maximum fear where the bears become euphoric. So you have a maximum euphoria of the bears. When FTX happened, everyone who was in the short or everyone who hated Bitcoin, they were super euphoric and they were like, yes, yeah, Bitcoin's going to 0, Bitcoin's going to 5K, 1K. That euphoria among the bears marked the bottom, in my opinion.
Carl, are you confident enough to say
111.
that Bitcoin won't go any lower, and if it does, you'll eat your shoe on stream?
Eat his shoe on stream. Interesting.
Carl the Moon, Forbes 30 under 30, back on Altcoin Daily. Carl, great to have you back in today's video. I
Can
look
we
forward
get
to talking
down
to
to
you
the
about the
gold
price of Bitcoin, your outlook on Bitcoin, and fundamentally what is going on in the cryptocurrency space. Carl, great to have you on today.
I want to make it very simple. If you look at this chart here, you can clearly see that in the previous cycles, we've seen a very, very similar market structure where we have a bear market support, this red support in the bear market. And then when we break this support back here in 2014-15, that was when Bitcoin capitulated into the bottom where this green line is. And this green line was, of course, the optimal time to buy Bitcoin when Bitcoin was down at $200. And then another bull cycle, 3-year bull cycle. And you can see that in the previous bear market here that I was in, and I know that you also survived this bear market. Again, we saw a bear market support holding up, and then we capitulated eventually into the optimal buying zone, essentially the bottom of the bear market back in 2019. And I believe that a very, very similar structure has been obvious in this cycle where we had a bear market support. We capitulated below this red line, and now we are in what I am 100% sure, or let's say 99 to leave a little bit of doubt open here, but I am very confident that we have seen the bottom already. The only thing, in my opinion, that could change this and that would go lower would be some very, very bad news, a black swan event, something we couldn't have really, done anything about. Let's say USDT is deemed illegal by US authorities, or let's say USDT is a security, BNB is a security. Like, these kind of things would actually throw everything off the table. But
Sorry about that. I had to take a little phone call, but nobody's in the stream, so it do not matter.
If we disregard those scenarios, then I believe we definitely saw the bottom already. Look at this, like it's so obvious. And the Bitcoin halving is coming up very, very soon. It's just 1 year from now, approximately. I think that the Bitcoin halving is the reason why we see these cycles. So I see so many reasons for Bitcoin to go up from here. I mean, we can also talk about the macroeconomics, of course. That's a whole nother topic. But I think that the uncertainty we're seeing around the world just gives even more value to Bitcoin. People don't know where to store their wealth, where to flee their country with their money. Bitcoin solved so many problems for many people in specific countries right now. Maybe not in your country exactly right now, but in dozens and dozens of countries around the world, currently people are absolutely fleeing to Bitcoin as their safe haven because they have no other choice. And I believe we're going to see more and more of that. So yeah, I'm very, very bullish for the next 3 years now.
Still bullish on Bitcoin, as you said. You know, depending on what country you're from, it could have different use cases for you. Whether you like its unconfiscatability, if you store it properly, whether you like its permissionlessness, whether you like its undebasability, things like that, right?
Exactly. So, for example, the Bitcoin inflation rate after the next halving will be lower than the inflation rate of gold, which is absolutely incredible. This means that the Bitcoin price could very well go up and match that of gold. So the Bitcoin market cap is, I think, lower than 1 trillion currently. And the gold market cap is approximately, I believe, 11 trillion. Don't quote me on the exact numbers, but approximately a ratio of 1 to 10. And this means that in the next Bitcoin cycle, I believe that we're quite likely to see Bitcoin go up and match the market cap of gold. And logically, that means that from where we are right now, Bitcoin could go up approximately 10 times in the next 4 or 5 years here, in the next cycle.
My name's Seb, and I'm a full-time content creator specializing in photography and videography, and I teach creators just like...
And this is basically just going back to the fundamentals of monetary policy. You have supply and demand, you have interest rates, stock-to-flow ratio. All of these things are essential to pricing an asset. So the reason why gold is very valuable is because it has very low inflation rate and a predictable inflation rate. With Bitcoin, you have a perfect predictability, never before seen, by the way. It's only in a digital world where you can see something like that.
Yeah.
But even better, the inflation rate is actually going to be lower.
We might have a smooth move back up all the way to 23K.
Next halving. So honestly, I'm super excited about that, and I think that that narrative is going to take a very, very big part in the mainstream media, I hope, next year. Obviously, we're talking like 1 year in the future here, but I think that means now is the time. Like I showed you the chart, right? The green buying area in the cycles are usually the perfect time to accumulate Bitcoin. So yeah, the halving, I think, is the big thing coming up.
So it's so popular to be bearish these days. Many people calling for lower prices in Bitcoin, getting a lot of engagement with lower prices in Bitcoin. But you're here to say, Carl, except for some black swan event, you're bullish on Bitcoin and you think we bottomed.
Yeah, 100%. I really think so, because it is. What else can pull Bitcoin down right now?
Seriously,
we've seen the worst. FTX was like the final nail in the coffin. That was really a big hit on the market, and that came after Celsius and Luna and all of these things. They came one by one as a domino, you know. I believe that the only way we can go lower is to have very, very bad news out there. And I think that everyone who wanted to sell, they already sold. You know, when FTX happened in the following months there, anyone who were thinking about selling, I'm pretty sure they already did, you know. So who is possibly going to sell Bitcoin at this stage? I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm not selling more. I'm sure you're not selling. People watching this video, I'm sure, are not selling now.
Yep.
Unless they, I mean, they probably sold already if they wanted to sell. And I think that that's usually the case with these bull cycles. You have a maximum euphoria, and then you have a maximum fear. And the funny thing is that it works the same. So in the bear market, there is a maximum fear where the bears become euphoric. So you have a maximum euphoria of the bears. When FTX happened, everyone who was in a short or everyone who hated Bitcoin, they were super euphoric and they were like, yes, Bitcoin's going to 0, Bitcoin's going to 5K, 1K. That euphoria among
and I was
bears,
buying.
marked the bottom, in my opinion.
I bought, I think,
Carl,
like a couple $1,000s worth at the bottom.
That Bitcoin won't go
and got into a nice little long trade.
You'll eat your shoe on stream.
And I also have long positions that will open up all the way down to if it goes low
yes,
again.
Dude, yes,
if it goes to 9,000, I'll be loading up this long
I
position.
think I will
6x
feel really bad
leverage.
after I do that, so I'm not sure. Maybe,
But its
maybe
entry
next
price is like
video we'll make, we can come up
18,000
with some
now
kind of
since I
bets.
accidentally added
That could be
some
fun.
Okay.
a little higher.
I might still use it as a title, guys, but we'll see. You can roast me in the comments now. All right, Carl. By the way, guys, I'm going to do a video on Carl's channel too, going over the daily doings and news cryptocurrency. So check out that. Subscribe to Carl. Linked down below. Carl, appreciate you coming on, giving us the macro outlook on Bitcoin, reminding us the halving is on the way. Personally, I'm long-term bullish too, but I never thought back several months ago Bitcoin would ever get below 20K. So anything could happen, and I guess also in the same spirit as anything could happen, recently in the past couple months, we've seen Bitcoin, NFT, ordinal, inscriptions, whatever you want to call them, kind of a new thing where you can put NFTs native on the Bitcoin blockchain. And the only reason I bring that up is because, for the past year before that, I feel like a big conversation in Bitcoin communities is, oh, Bitcoin's not developing a fee market to keep its, hash power high in the coming years. What's going to happen? Bitcoin, it doesn't have this fee market which would secure the Bitcoin blockchain. Well, now with Bitcoin ordinals, that's taking up block space if there is a lack of demand. And now, seemingly, as long as those keep going, Bitcoin fee marketplace is never going to get past a certain threshold below. But, exciting times to be in the cryptocurrency space. Carl, give us your final thoughts for the Altcoin Daily audience.
I think it's very, very important that people take advantage of the bear market, because people think the bull market is the time to make money, but it is the bear market when you find the opportunities, where you can invest in great projects, when you can buy cheap coins that were maybe extremely overvalued in the bull market, but now they're extremely undervalued potentially. Look, if you go to CoinMarketCap, you will see hundreds of tokens and coins that are down 99%, 99 to 97%. Some of them are never going to go back up, but some of them are fundamentally undervalued with huge cash flow, with big cash reserves. And I believe that those discounts are very juicy, and take advantage. That's what I would do. That's what I am doing, actually.
That's what I'm doing. Thank you very much, Carl. See ya on your channel.
This is how you order all this delivery food for cheap. Okay, so first, Domino's.com, choose your favorite pizza, or in my case, 4. Then click the Honey browser extension. Boom, there it is.
This will explode from 8 trillion to 210 trillion.
What's fascinating about young people today is many of them are natively digital, natively interested in technology, and understand that technology does solve problems and make our lives better.
During the most recent Web Summit, Cathie Wood, the founder of ARK Invest, delivered a keynote speech in which she made a bold prediction about the future of her 5 innovation platforms: blockchain technology and cryptocurrency, genome sequencing, artificial intelligence, robotics, and energy storage. However, the interview that followed was somewhat confrontational, with the interviewer challenging Cathie to explain her ideas will succeed without adhering to traditional benchmarks, especially given that her fund is currently down 75% from its all-time high. The interviewer also questioned Kathy's new fund that ARK Invest is launching, which aims to allow a younger audience to invest with a lower monetary barrier of entry. Nevertheless, Kathy held her ground and relied on her research, showing proof of concept with her 20x call on Tesla when many others said the trade was foolish. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where, despite the doubters, Kathy remains convinced that her 5 innovation platforms will explode over the next 5 years, also making a very bold prediction for the total cryptocurrency market cap in the future. Also, only a small percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy finance content, consider subscribing or liking the video. It's free and you can always change your mind.
So ARK does one thing. We don't pretend to be an asset allocator. Our clients are the asset allocators. And our clients decide for their clients how much risk this client tolerates. So we focus exclusively on disruptive innovation, research and investing, nothing much. We're not distracted by anything. So it's really up to asset allocators and to individuals also to assess their risk tolerance. The great thing about young people and today is they are cutting their teeth on cryptocurrencies, crypto assets, which are extremely volatile, much like our funds are. They understand if you keep your eye on the prize, you're going to win. What's fascinating about young people today is many of them are natively digital, natively interested in technology, and understand that technology does solve problems and make our lives better. I think they certainly do after the last year and a half, but even before that, as we were going into COVID, in a 1-month period, we were down 46%. If you look at ARK's entire lifespan, its fund span, roughly 8 years now, you'll see that there have been risk-on, risk-off periods. And our client base, our asset retention has been phenomenal because our clients know that you average down into periods like this. And they also know and are learning as they study the various benchmarks and indexes out there that they don't have the kind of disruptive innovation that our funds do. We are a great diversifier. We think most individuals and institutions are short truly disruptive innovation and that we can help diversify them. Based on what? The last 20 years, 22 years have been characterized increasingly by a shift towards passive investing and benchmark-sensitive investing. Why is that? It is because of the tech and telecom bust, and then again, 08, 09. And many people saw these benchmarks, the passive indexes, doing better than investors who actively manage their portfolios. Well, this was part of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you have the pendulum swinging towards these benchmarks and towards passive, they probably will outperform. But if we are right, and for the first time in history, we have 5 innovation platforms, 14 technologies, the seeds of which were planted more than 20 years ago, all ready for prime time now, all ready for exponential growth opportunities. What that means is the traditional world order is going to be disrupted. How? These 5 innovation platforms, they are going to impact every sector, every industry, sub-industry company. So we use our research. The screen for our portfolios is not a backwards-looking index. That would defeat the purpose of investing in the future, right? The screen is our research, and we give it away so that our clients and others can understand why we're investing in these technologies, why we think they're so important, and why they should get on the right side of change. This is part of our mantra. Many people think they are exposed to our kinds of strategies, the disruptive innovation with NASDAQ 100, for example. They are not. If you look into that index, which you find FANGs, NVIDIA, good company, Tesla, we own the last 2, but we have not owned the FANGs for quite some time in our flagship strategy.
Hey, all you boaters out there. Any way you float protected with Progressive. They insure over...
And if you look down below in the other 50% of that portfolio, you'll find food stocks, you'll find brick and mortar retail, You'll find utilities, you'll find energy. If people want innovation, they should invest. Someone should provide them with innovation and not a hedge. Their advisors can hedge, or they themselves can hedge. You can hedge with cash as well. Well, if you think about innovation that's going to disturb the traditional world order, who are the big banking clients of these banks, right? The traditional world order. They give them a lot of business. And these littler companies, smaller companies, are nipping at their heels, and they're basically dismissing them. And so we are the only company, I think, doing the depth of research on truly disruptive innovation out there. And we are also doing something else that traditional research firms do not anymore. They used to when I started in the business. We are focused on a 5-year investment time horizon for our public portfolios and now for our public-private crossover fund, longer still. This is what's missing in this market, this very short-term behavior that has forced management teams into basically catering to short-term desires like buying back shares, paying dividends, instead of investing in innovation. I do believe that during the past 20 years, we have been through the most massive misallocation of capital in history. This move towards indexation, what is it? It's investing in the past. The companies at the top of these big benchmarks are there because of past success. If we are right, and there are 5 innovation platforms, which include 14 different technologies, all evolving at the same time, and S-curves are going to be feeding S-curves as they converge, then the traditional world order is going to be, we think, severely disintermediated, if not destroyed. We center our research around understanding how technology learning curves are going to translate into cost declines, and how soon these technologies will become inexpensive enough for broad-based access. So that's what we do, technology by technology. The 5 major platforms right now are, one, we used to call it DNA sequencing, or the genomic revolution. Now we call it multi-omics, because we're not just talking about DNA, it's RNA, it's proteins, it's, biology is extremely complex. This is going to, we believe, bring about cures for disease. We're already seeing it with CRISPR gene editing in beta thalassemia, sickle cell disease, ATTR. These are cures. And one of the companies in our portfolios is sure that they will have the answer, meaning cures, for diabetes, which is one of the biggest costs in the healthcare system around the world today. So multi-omics, robotics, which we don't think is going to replace jobs as much as increase the productivity of human beings, especially collaborative robots that are covered in sensors. Energy storage, so electric vehicles, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence training costs are dropping, according to our estimates, by 60% per year. And the breakthroughs in AI are astonishing even us. We expected, for example, computer programmers to increase their productivity with AI, with something called Copilot now, in 10 years. It happened in 6 months. So again, truly disruptive. And then the last one is blockchain technology, which, if you think about the internet, many people say to me, oh gosh, that's where, we were in the tech and telecom bubble right now. We beg to differ. Blockchain technology basically is providing us what the internet was lacking when we didn't understand that it would involve commerce. And if you look at the cost declines associated with each of these technologies, you look at, and Wright's law says for every cumulative doubling of units produced, costs decline at a consistent rate for each technology. DNA sequencing, 40%, or if you're talking about long-read sequencing, 28%. Robotics, 50%. Battery technology, 28%. Artificial intelligence, I just mentioned, we're getting our arms around what this is, but AI training costs dropping 60% per year, and these breakthroughs, astonishing breakthroughs, is the best in the business. We have 2 very important proofs of concept here. Tesla, we were ridiculed for our forecasts on Tesla. Why did we get that one right? Because we understood where battery technology was in terms of cost declines, hitting tipping points that would increase access. And so Tesla did go up 20-fold. This is so exponential growth is what many people in the traditional world, not this world, but many people in the traditional world are scared to death of exponential growth. Why? Their first exposure to it was in the tech and telecom bubble, and that ended badly. Investors were flocking. That was the time to say, wait a minute, the technologies are not ready and the costs aren't low enough yet. This can't happen. Today we're saying, hey, the technologies are ready, the costs are low enough, and you've got investors not running into these technologies, but running away from them, which, by the way, I've learned from very early in my career. If everybody is looking in this direction and thinks this is the way it's going to work, and you see evidence building, data building, suggesting this is the way it's going to work, you're going to make a heck of a lot of money. 5 years is our investment time horizon. We believe these technologies are going to scale in the global equity markets from $8 trillion now to $210 trillion by 2030. And if you want to see the building blocks for this, go to ARK-Invest. Our big idea is 2022, and you'll see the building blocks for that $210 trillion number. We're very excited about he believes in vertical integration, and I think he's thinking about a super app like WeChat Pay. Remember, he started in the payments industry, PayPal. He sold his company to PayPal. He and Jack Dorsey working together, I think, could turn this into a super app. And
super app in terms of money making, but is it the super app?
No. I mean like a digital wallet. So you do all your banking there. Maybe there's something they're doing with Cash App. You do all your shopping there. You get your loans there. It's your bank branch in a pocket. I think they have a good shot. And one of the reasons, as I've watched Elon, he truly believes in vertical integration. That would be a magnificent vertical integration. And remember, he already has designed and is manufacturing the ultimate mobile device, the internet on wheels. It's called Tesla cars. He knows how to do this. I think the darkness was in their opacity, Twitter's past. Like, we didn't see the algorithms and how they were working and what they were open source, transparent. This generation, we know this. We built ARK on top of transparency and true democratization. They want the transparency.
Thank you, Cathie Wood.
Thank you.
Jesus. Still haven't calmed down to a level.
Agent, you've got a grace problem. L'Oreal Men Expert One Twist hair color. To activate, twist, shake, apply, and rinse.
Never seen a man dye his hair before?
5 minutes. Natural looking results. L'Oreal Men Expert. Fastest growing men's color brand in America.
Welcome back to Meet Kevin Report number 41. This is incredible. I've also, some of you have been asking for just sort of a brief update on timing for my startup, so I'm going to start with that. Then we'll talk TA, then we're going to talk, we've got a lot of crypto updates, Tesla updates, Fed updates, real estate updates. There's a lot to cover, so we'll get right into it. So first, regarding house hacks, some of you have been asking for the timing. Right now, it looks like, if I sort of drew like a bell curve, it would look probably most likely that May is sort of the peak of the bell curve for likelihood for when we're doing the Reg A, with April being sort of the left side and then June being the right side of that. So hopefully that's sort of the curve, but that's what we're looking like, and that's all obviously predicated on how perfect our filing is, because that limits back and forths with the SEC, and then what the SEC thinks. So we're pretty excited, and can't wait to bring that to you, obviously. That's what we're working pretty hard on every day. Some folks have been asking, hey, and I always like to be very transparent, Some people have been asking, hey, like, you're flying a lot, who's paying for all of this? And it's a totally fair question, especially since I think there's a lot of like shadiness and jade that goes on in the world. And so I just want to be very transparent as well. I posted this video yesterday of my plane taking off, along with this tweet here. 24th takeoff in 3 weeks. Much like with my governor campaign, I'm paying 100% of the costs of my jet. Not my startup. I'm all in on my startup. Moon or bankrupt. Wish me luck. It'll be hard work and a lot of luck. Love you and happy Friday. So I posted that with some videos here of the takeoff from the inside or the outside, which is pretty cool. But anyway, I wanted to provide that as a little bit of an update since some people were asking. And yeah, that's my goal. So, dear Mr. This person who has literally the name Flexing4 in his title here says, "Who cares? LOL." He's probably not even laughing. I'm laughing at my own joke, but not yours. But yeah, anyway, I think it's actually very important, and I think there are thousands of people who care because I think transparency is the most important thing, especially for a business. And if somebody says, "Hey, like going all in on my own business," you know, you better actually be doing that. That's my take. Now, that doesn't mean, I want to be clear about that, doesn't mean I've liquidated every asset that I have, because I'm basically just risking everything I have for my biz, because I think this is a big deal, pretty big opportunity. So I'm really, really excited about that. Anywho, so we've got a few multiple updates. I don't know if you just joined, but I literally just gave that update. Anyway, okay, so let's go. So somebody's like, any update on the reggae? And I'm like, literally just talked about that. Anyway, all right, so multiple things to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing I really want to cover is some TA. So let's get started here because some cool things have been happening. Okay, first things. Technical analysis. Holy smokes, look at what the markets just did, and we're only going to look at this from a technical point of view. Technical means lines. Fundamentals mean, well, you going into financial reports, which most people don't do. I obviously try to do that every single day in my course member live streams, sometimes on the channel as well, though fundamental analysis takes a little bit, you know, depth and understanding, because there are ways you can get juked with fundamental analysis. We're actually going to be talking about that regarding how you could get juked by investing in a company like Silvergate Capital. And whether or not you're even interested in investing into a company like that, it's really amazing to see how the fundamentals can really be rigged, even though they're technically legally rigged that way. It's remarkable. So that's why using technical analysis, in my opinion, it can be phenomenal as well, because you can get away from, you can sort of escape the trickery that goes into fundamentals and look broadly here at what the market is doing. What I really enjoy about this downtrend over here is that obviously the downtrend on the NASDAQ, this being the QQQ, has broken. We also just tested approximately that 23% retracement line, and what I really enjoy here is that we had a very, very strong support level here, in that we had the same 200-day moving average as the 23% Fibonacci. That set up a really strong support level, and sure enough, look what happened. Green candlestick. Yesterday, indices were up across the board, but what's remarkable about the fact that indices were up across the board is that treasury yields had gone as high as 4.08% on Thursday, really setting up potentially a punishing Friday. But what we actually got...
Let's pause this. I think I might just pause the stream because nobody's watching, so I will figure out a way to get more people on the channel. Maybe. That's what I'm going to do. Post one video a day teaching people how to trade, long form videos, because now I can't do the short. Yeah, I can do shorts, okay, but I can do the long forms. The shorts have been what have been getting me views, but I think that the long form will actually elevate me to the next level. So I'm going to start working on long form, because if I can get at least like 100 people to follow me, then I'll get people actually tuning into the streams, and we can build some momentum from there. But me doing the streams with nobody watching I don't think it helps me as much. Whereas if I make a video that's a good video that could teach people forever, and people will always come back to it, that's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, so I'm gonna end the stream and start working on making some videos.